The last, but it's not necessarily a final question, is your follow-up strategy. You need to ask yourself, what kind of follow-up strategy do we have in place once we generate those leads? This is extremely important because once you understand your lead generation efforts and you know what the specific goals are, and you ultimately have some leads generated, if you don't have a full thought out lead nurture plan in place, in terms of following up with these leads, you could be wasting a lot of money and efforts on generating leads that may or may not convert into any business. For example, I've seen a lot of companies that exhibit at trade shows spend tons and tons of dollars, both on the cost of the trade show booth itself, as well as flying their internal resources that are very senior folks that are in the sales engineering roles and things of that nature. They go to these shows, spend almost a week in the cost of travel, the hotels, as well as food and all those things that goes into acquiring those leads at those shows. Is extremely expensive to acquire those leads, but then they do a very poor job of follow through. So regardless of the medium by which you generated those leads, if you don't have a good strategy in place to nurture those leads, it doesn't matter how many leads you've gotten, it is not going to do any good for you. So one of the key things you need to keep in mind, and the question that you need to be asking, what systems and process do we have in place? Do we have a marketing automation technology? Are we going to be using our internal sales folks, maybe SDRs or business development reps who are going to make those phone calls? Are we going to send some direct mail pieces? What are we going to do proactively to make sure we're staying top of mind and staying in front of these prospects or leads that we generated? So those are some key questions you need to be asking yourself as part of your lead generation efforts, so to make sure your efforts are not going wasted and that you're producing the maximum ROI that your organization reach the potential that it has. Hopefully these tips are useful for you, and if you enjoy this, please subscribe to our channel.